Okay, are you ready? Do you live in a house? Yes, Mr. Nesbitt, I live in a house. Do you make the bed? Yes, I make the bed. Do you prepare dinner, don't you? No, I don't prepare dinner. I know you get a little tired of those questions, and you know, I am very proud. I am very proud of you and all the progress you've made. But sometimes answering a question with a one-sentence response, it's not enough. More is required of us. For example, if you want to propose an idea to someone, or explain a process, or you want to convince someone that you're the one that they should hire, you've got to be able to connect numerous sentences and speak at greater length. And that's the purpose of this lesson today. There are 5 sections in this lesson. The first 4 lessons are just preparing you to talk about a very common, very well-known theme, yourself. With the little vocabulary you know so far, it's about the only theme, only subject you can speak about at length anyway. And so let's take a look at lesson 1.15. We'll go directly to section 2, and let's talk about how to speak at length about yourself. So here we are in section 1.2, and we start off with some introductory comments like hello, and you'll say, my name is, in my case, my name is Steve, and you'll say, my name is Antoine, or my name is Guillermo, and then I am 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 64 years old. Unbelievable. And you'll say, I am 10 years old. I am 12 years old. I am 15. I am 20 years old, etc. Okay? And then the first subject that we talk about within this presentation is where we live, of course. And you'll say, I live in a house. This is the gesture for in. You don't often see this picture, but you'll see it more often in the future. I live in the country. I live in the United States. Or you could say, I don't live. Probably you will. I don't live in the United States. I live in Russia. I live in Japan. I live in France. I live in Mexico, etc. Okay? The next section, this is not really a sentence that you have to say, but it's a new subject, a new theme about which to talk, and that's the things that you do in the house. In the house. You could say, if you want to, in the house, and then start describing your activities. I make the bed. I prepare breakfast and lunch. I don't prepare dinner. I eat cereal and eggs. You understand eggs? You can see what they are. Eggs. For breakfast. I eat cereal and eggs for breakfast, and I eat a sandwich for lunch. Okay, so I think the word for, by these 2 sentences, you probably, by the context, can understand what for suggests. But by the way, you don't have to say exactly these things. You're going to adapt them to talk about you, not to talk about me. All right, but these are just sample ideas of what you could say. Now, you see 3 adverbs here of frequency. This means, this is the word always. Always. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. No change. Always. This is the picture of woman, of course. We don't say my woman. We say my wife. I'm talking about the woman that's married to me. And so I say my wife. My wife prepares dinner. My wife always prepares dinner because she's a good cook. All right? Now this is sometimes. Not often, but this is often here. Sometimes. Sometimes, maybe 1 time out of 7, once a week, I wash the dishes. But my wife often washes the dishes. Okay? So sometimes I wash the dishes. Monday, I wash the dishes. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, my wife washes the dishes. So my wife often washes the dishes. And then I wash my laundry, but I don't wash the laundry of the family or the family's laundry. I listen to the radio. I listen to music. I watch TV a little A little is the opposite of a lot. You'll see a lot later. A little. Okay? I watch TV a little. Here's sometimes again. Sometimes I watch movies. And sometimes I watch baseball. Sometimes I watch the news. But I only watch TV a little. Okay, here's a new subject we'll be talking about. What we like and what we don't like. I like sports. I like classical music. I like vegetables, hamburgers, and especially I like ice cream. I like animals a lot. So a little and a lot. So I like animals a lot. I love animals. I like animals a lot. But I don't like homework. But fortunately, I'm not a student, so I don't do homework. Now, this is about how we go places. Go. I go to the city. And how do I go to the city? I live in the country, and I go to the city. I don't take the bus. I don't take the train. In your case, you might change it. Maybe you do take the bus to school, or you take the train to the city, for example, if you live in the country. But I take my car. I take my car. I take my car. I take my car. And then goodbye. So that's the general contents of the conversation, of the presentation. Now, in section 3, this is an activity you've done many times before. I'll go down to section number 4. It's the best example. You're going to listen, or excuse me, first you're going to say a question, then you'll listen to the question to see if you're correct, and you'll listen to the answer to the question, and then you'll answer the question that's asked of you. For example, how do you say this question? Go ahead, say it. Say it. Do you live in the United States? All right, listen. Do you live in the United States? Good. All right. Now listen to the answer. Yes, I live in the United States. And you? Do you live in the United States? Okay, and now do you live in the United States? And now you answer the question. You'll say, yes, I live in the United States. Or probably you'll say, no, I don't live in the United States. I live in Jordan. I live in Brazil. I live in Sweden, etc. Okay? And there are more questions, of course, but these are all preparing you to talk about the subjects of your presentation, your self-presentation. In the 4th section, there is a conversation between my brother and me. It's an interview. I ask my brother questions, and he answers them. So last of all, we come to the talk, the pictures that help guide us through our talk about ourselves. And you'll talk for 1.5 minutes or 2 minutes probably. You don't have to talk about every picture. You don't have to talk about them in order. You can jump around. But this section is organized to help you follow more or less the structure of what we've already done in this lesson. All right? So you listen to me. You just listen, and I'll give my self-presentation. Hello, my name is Steve. I am 64 years old. I live in a house. I don't live in an apartment. I don't live in the city. I live in the country in the United States. I don't live in Mexico. I live in the United States. In the house, remember that? In the house, I make the bed. I make breakfast. I prepare lunch. I don't prepare dinner. My wife always, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, always prepares dinner. Sometimes I wash the dishes, but my wife often washes the dishes. I wash my laundry. I don't wash the family's laundry. I listen to the radio. I listen to music. Sometimes I listen to sports or baseball. I watch TV a little. I watch sports. I watch movies. I watch movies sometimes. Sometimes I watch movies. I don't like homework, but I don't do homework, so it's not a problem. Now, these are the things I like. I like sports. I like music. I like rock music and classical music. I like animals. I like animals a lot, all right, or very much. And what foods do I like? I like hamburgers. I like pizza. I like ice cream very much. I love ice cream. I like vegetables, okay? And how do I travel about? When I go to the city, I don't take the bus because I live in the country. I don't take the train because trains in America are not really convenient for short trips. And I take my car. There you have it, okay? Now it's your turn, when this video finishes, to go back through sections 2, 3, and 4. Prepare your presentation. Then in section 5, talk for 1.5 or 2 minutes about yourself. And if you can do it, I'll continue to be proud of you. Your parents will be proud of you, and you can sleep in peace knowing you've done good work. I'll see you in lesson 1.16. Goodbye.